1 year ago, I made my first short film. I'm proud of my past work, but like every artist, we critique it more than anyone. The one thing I despise about that film is the color. They aren't consistent. Sometimes a shot is too cold, sometimes a shot is too warm. The skin tones are completely off. And the worst thing about it is that it has no style. If you've kept up with my work, you'll see I really like putting grain and noise into my work. It adds texture and makes the image look like an art piece that the viewer can get lost in. But why do people even like this? We shoot in these ridiculously high resolutions just to smack a grain filter over it in post. Before the digital age, we used to film in film stock. Grain and noise is a byproduct of using film. This analog medium creates this textured and vintage look. So how come with all these 8K cameras and increasing color depth do we see this fuzz today? Grain is not fuzz. It's an aesthetic choice made by the artist. It's like if an artist used charcoal instead of acrylic paints for their painting. The noise in this image creates detail, edge definition, and saturation. Like all stylistic choices, artists use grain to support the narrative and mood of a scene. This doesn't mean you need to smack a grain filter on everything you do. You would find your specific style for the specific ambience and plot for the scene, whether that be using hard lighting, a unique color grade, or an entirely different medium. It takes years for an artist to find their style, and it's evident that I'm still in that process. But it's always fun to look back at my work and see what I could have done differently. But something else that I could do is teach you guys what I've learned about color over the past year. I open up davinciresolve and strictly nothing else. I put it into the timeline, and then I put 17 million different nodes so I can get the best color grade, and it's the best thing ever. And I do this, and I do that, and it's so complicated. A few months ago, a company called Dehancer contacted me through email. Now, Dehancer is a plugin specifically for color grading. They asked me to review their plugin, and I've been using it for the past couple of months. And it's safe to say it is outstanding. They specialize in film emulation and have put decades of research into it. It's changed my workflow completely, and this is how I color grade now. I create 3 nodes, one for white balance, one for conversion, and the last one for the plugin itself. In the plugin, you can select your camera and log, and it creates the best grade for you in an instant. And then you can go on to tinker with all the film emulation settings. There's grain, there's bloom, there's halation. Oh my god, it's so good. There's even a setting for film damage. You can even select which grain from which specific film stock you want, and then you can adjust to how much grain you want. It's so good. The only problem I have with this plugin is that it should be free. Obviously it's not. You can see an example of this plugin in the start of the video, which is why I put it there, for you guys to go back and watch and see the grain, the halation, the bloom, and how stunning it is. Thank you, Dehancer, for letting me review your plugin. It is really good. If you want to use this plugin, there's a link in the description. You can use my code AliFilms for 10% off. I really recommend it if you're a filmmaker. It's outstanding. I hope you enjoyed this new format of video. I don't really speak in my videos. I normally just upload my films and stuff. Be sure to follow my Instagram to see more behind the scenes and upcoming projects. I've got a lot of stuff prepared for you guys. So, stay tuned. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys soon.